This, without shadow of a doubt, is the most effective braking method in existence. It's used by professional footballers and makes brand new football boots feel like they've been worn in for months. All in 90 seconds. And it requires only one thing. It's much better than that ridiculous water method. Now, disclaimer, the best way to break in your football boots will always be just naturally playing them. Most boots nowadays do not need braking hacks to break them in. But if you are stuck, this is something that you could try that would help. And before we proceed, I'd appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe. I drop videos based around football boots, so if that's your thing, be sure to do as I just said. Without further ado, let's begin. So all you will need is one of these, and it's a steamer. And all you need to do is steam only the inside of your boots for 90 seconds. This will make the upper of your boots go from very stiff to super soft and supple, like you had been wearing them for months. And once you're done steaming your boots, let them cool down a bit. You don't want to like burn your feet, and then put them on when the heat is bearable. Then you want to go out and play in them as soon as possible, whether it's your park, your garden, etc. Otherwise, this method pretty much is pointless. Steaming your boots will get rid of any kind of stiffness that kind of comes with new boots. And then when you wear them and put them on, as they cool down, they form to the shape of your foot more naturally. Now, it's very important to understand how this method works, otherwise you can get things very wrong. The usual way of just breaking your boots by just playing them, the way it works is that the forces from playing, heat, and sweat that you generate from your foot causes your boots to soften over time. So what the steam from the steamer effectively does, it acts like an accelerated simulation of that process. Both the heat and moisture from the steam is absorbed by the fabrics inside your boot without oversaturating them with water, which otherwise would make your boots feel sloppy and soggy, and you don't have to wait for them to dry completely before you can actually play in them. So the water trick just kind of softens your boots, whereas the steam method actually helps them form better the shape of your foot. Now let's address the elephant in the room. So let me put my material science hat on, or lab coat. Since we're using heat, it's important to make sure you don't overexpose your boots to heat for long periods of time, which is why I don't recommend steaming your boots for longer than 90 seconds at a time. A lot of professional clubs use this machine known as a Cleat Pro, which steams boots for 3 minutes. It's kind of like a sauna for your football boots. For me, personally, for the average person, I think that is too long. Now, don't get me wrong, the Cleat Pro works and it will soften up your boots effectively. However, when you're exposing your boots for such a long period of time, well, 3 minutes isn't long, but like relatively 3 minutes is long here, I think that can come at the consequences of the long-term durability of your football boots. Now, your boots won't fall apart like straight away, but over long periods of time, I think they'll fall apart sooner than they would do if you didn't like overexpose them to heat. So say you play the same amount in like over like the space of a season, the boots may last you maybe 3 months if you steam them for like 3 minutes compared to 7 or 8 months if you hadn't done so. However, professional footballers get new boots very often, so I don't think it bothers them that much. But for the average person who wants their boots to last as long as possible, I would say don't do it for longer than 90 seconds. I think 90 seconds is enough to do the job without sacrificing the lifespan of your boots. And for me, it is a much better version of the hot water trick or water trick, because I know some people say don't use hot water. And I know people are saying, oh, but if it's good for Ronaldo, it's good enough for me. Like I said earlier, Ronaldo gets new boots to him regularly. So you're not in that situation. You may not necessarily be in that situation. If you are, great news, you can actually use this trick without any kind of serious consequence. But for the average person, I would recommend not doing the whole water trick at all, or water trick at all anyway, because that oversaturation is not good for your boots. Now for me, this is a much better version of the water trick, because it's not as harsh on your boots, because you're not submerging them in water for long periods of time. Your boots actually soften up and form to the shape of your foot more naturally, rather than just softening up that you do get from the water trick. And because of that oversaturation of water from the water trick, it does like affect the lifespan of your boots, so it's not as harsh, this steam method. And also you don't have to wait long periods of time for your boots to completely dry before you can actually play in them. With this steam method, you can just pretty much put them on and go straight away. And that's been it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hope you found this method helpful. If you did use it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Like always, my name is Sub. This is Substance Football. Thank you for watching. See you next time.